Southern California.
Yeah, the Angels, pitching trades and cell phones.
They just keep making deals. Angels have now acquired another pitcher. The Angels they're looking really hard. They traded with Atlanta over the weekend to get former number 1 draft pick right-hander Ian Anderson, big strikeout guy, but he's had all types of control problems, and the Braves just threw their hands up and gave up on him. He comes to the Angels. He's going to be a long reliever, at least to start. He's got great velo, but he's walked way too many batters. They also made a deal to get Angel Perdomo. He came from Atlanta a week ago in a deal. So they're trying to stockpile arms. I think it's going to be interesting to see by the time we get to Thursday what the Angels do with 2 of their kids. Caleb Moore was a first-round draft pick, and he rocketed through the farm system last year. Was only hitting in the 230s in the Cactus League, but he was hitting some home runs. I don't know whether he's breaking camp and will be there opening day or not. There's another young catcher. I'm sorry, it's another young outfielder. His name is Kyron Paris. He had 347 in the spring. Now he's got options left too, but the Angels need hits. Angels need somebody. They're 2 veteran outfielders who are supposed to play alongside Mike Trout, Moniak, and Joe Adell.
Mm-hmm.
One guy's hitting 118, the other guy's hitting 180. You can put those 2 guys in your starting outfield again.
Well, what are your other options?
Well, that's why you got Caleb Moore, and that's why you're looking at Paris. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do there. Jan Moncada, the young prospect who had been with the Red Sox, White Sox, and got badly hurt, didn't hit, got let go by the Chi Sox. He's not had a good spring at the bat. Maybe they're going to just have to play him because there is nobody else to play at third base. And their rotation, they got a bunch of really good number 3 starters. That's all they got. They got Yusei Kikuchi as their number 1 starter. Tyler Anderson is the number 2. Kyle Hendrick, the ex-Cub, has had a really good spring, 2.49 ERA. That looks like the Kyle Hendrick who pitched so well for a group of years over at Wrigley Field with the Cubs. Reed Detmers had a bounce-back season, Jose Soriano. So it's a mixed bag roster right now. Anything is better than 99 losses from last season. And the other story is the cell phones. This story hasn't gotten a lot of coverage. Ron Washington invoked a new rule in the clubhouse last week. You will not use your cell phone in the clubhouse at all.
Okay.
Nowhere. Not in the clubhouse, not in the trainer's room, not in the weight room, not while you're taking a batter. No. Turn your cell phone into the equipment managers and the trainers when you enter the building.
Okay.
He says you need to focus on baseball and not be doing this every minute of every time. Players haven't revolted because he threatened them a $50,000 fine if he caught anybody breaking the rule, not included himself.
Right.
So that's where we are. So all things Halos, the floor is yours.
At least they're not Team Utility Man anymore.
They could still be.
Yeah, they took a little bit of a step up. But what's your philosophy on this idea of giving these high draft picks like Moniak, another second chance, a third chance, hoping that the change of scenery is going to finally unlock all this potential? Because they're doing that with Moncada, and they've been sort of kind of doing that with Joe Adell. I mean, he hasn't really exploded onto the scene.
These are guys that all had really good credentials. Moniak was a number 1 pick out of Philadelphia, and the Phillies waited and it just didn't really work. He didn't hit. Didn't hit in the minors, and then obviously got to the show and didn't hit up there. And it came to the Angels, and he had stretches where he said, okay, this is the Mickey Moniak we thought we might get. If Mickey hit 250, 260 with an occasional pop, I could live with that. But I can't have him and the other guy, Adell. Adell hits more home runs, but Adell defensively wasn't real good, and Adell's not hitting at all. How's Adell, a high number 1 pick, this deep into his career, hitting 118 in the spring? I don't know what they do.
Yeah, I don't get the Adell thing at all. Moniak, when he came up, he was never going to hit a lot of bombs. He was more of an elite back control kind of guy, maybe not like an Arise, but maybe like a Gwynn that would eventually build power as he grew into his body. But we haven't seen that. So, I mean, I want the kid to do well. I mean, because he played ball here when my son was playing ball in high school. So I'm rooting for the kid. But it is, by the way, this cell phone thing, that's not going to go over well. That's like old school mentality, Ron Washington,
I'm surprised the union hasn't interjected themselves into this, but then maybe the players aren't barking because it's been so crappy there that, all right, let's try whatever we can do to make this better. And let's just Ron Washington have his way this day.
I think that's it. I think if they were performing, they could tell Ron Washington to pipe down. But as long as they're hitting 118, they got to put the cell phones down. It's like a kindergarten class.
Except that it was Mike Trout who walked around the clubhouse with the basket that said, "Gentlemen, cell phones, put them in here."
Alms,
So he got Mike Trout to sign in.
You can't say no to him.
Exactly. So you're into Angel baseball, Dodger baseball, Padre baseball. Fans Forum chat box is open. Couple of other baseball notebook items we want to cover for you because we do sports talk the way it should be done. We cover all the topics on the table, Jeff.